much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Fields going to throw right away. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 50, here's Fields. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Fields throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Jags are going to get possession here as they force the opening. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Got it complete to West. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Again, they'll throw with Carr. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he's into the clear. 20, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Now it's Carr. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 734. Later one. 29. 93.
Here's Carr to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
694. Kill. 29.
Now Carr. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he's...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On first down, Carr. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action. Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Brown, 44 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 12.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fields able to locate his man Slayton on an out route.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Carr.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
That's complete to Mooney.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
93.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You're Mike.
going to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To throw his Carr.
He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Again, it's Carr.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll find Jones again, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Aaron Jones.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
694.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 27. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick-6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick-6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Hey, later 2. Express.
Now Carr to try again after the pick-6. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 6-18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. That ball caught by Slayton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the
Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Aaron Jones
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Carr. This is Anderson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Noah.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. Sanford.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Justin Fields.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
In motion left comes Brown.
694. Kill. 29.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
734. 9.
One final try now for Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense